What's up, muscle car people? This is Brilliant Muscle Cars, and I'm Matt, and this is Jared, aka Stickers. You'll see why. So we're gonna do a quick review of Jared's car. And I gotta say, the inside of his car has more gauges and stuff than any car I've ever seen before.
He's not wrong.
You're very proud of that, aren't you?
Yeah, I like my gauges and stickers and rice, essentially.
Now, it's an 08, right?
Yep.
Which is a little different than my 09, mostly because of the Atari gauges. How long have you had this?
I've had this car for 7 years now. Longest car I've ever had.
And you still love it, don't you?
Yes. Well, that's not good.
That's not good. That wasn't tight. How many miles does it have on it?
Take a guess.
150?
Yeah.
150,000.
149,682.
Man, he used to have the nitrous system that I have on my car. I actually bought it from him. And now he has a 1.8? 1.9 Maggie Supercharger, right?
Yep.
Installed it in his driveway in what, a day?
Yeah, weekend.
Weekend. You weren't scared to do that?
No, it had a pretty good picture colored step-by-step instructions that, you know, 5th graders could follow.
Nice. I was too scared to install my VMP Supercharger myself.
Yeah, but yours wasn't a kit though.
Yeah, well, like originally it was a kit. Just basically unbolt the factory one and put that one on.
Yeah, I mean, this was take off the manifold, put the new one on.
Yeah.
Run some stuff for a heat exchanger.
Nice.
That's it.
How do you like the Supercharger compared to the nitrous?
Well, it's a lot better because I can use it every day instead of just drag racing.
And you don't have to keep going buying
nitrous. Don't have to keep filling up nitrous.
Right.
Yeah, a lot less worry about blowing shit up either.
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot more reliable horsepower. It's not such a shock to the engine when you spray it.
And you're still on the Maggie tune, right?
Yep.
So it came with a tuner and all that stuff.
Runs 6 PSI.
Could you have gotten a smaller pulley?
You can get stuff to make the boost go up, yes, but I'm quite content with the 6 PSI that I have now.
On average, what do you run at the drag strip?
Low 12s, and that was before I broke my diff.
Yeah.
I think with a little weight reduction and practice, I can get into the 11s.
Nice.
That might be a 2019 thing though.
The thing you have to know about Jared is a racer. So Jared drag races this thing, he autocrosses it. He would rather race and do car stuff than pretty much do anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's like a real car guy through and through. And he won't go to a car show because he'd rather go racing. You know, if there's an opportunity to race, that's what he's gonna do.
Says it.
He brings it.
No, it doesn't say the flag.
Raced all the different tracks.
It does say Ford National.
Was it every track in PA?
Yeah. So that's Maple Grove. That one's in Erie. That track is terrible. That's in Maryland. There's Beaver. I set one all. That's Numidia, another good track right beside Beaver. Keystone, aka Pittsburgh, and then there's an 8th mile track, which I don't stick for.
Nice. The one thing I gotta say, I like the G8s. I have one, obviously. I like them because they're so big and comfortable. He's got 3 tires in the back. 3 tires. And he could have fit 4 if he had to.
One's in the trunk right now.
Yeah. Like, how many muscle cars can you do that with and like still be comfortable? I don't even think he moved his seat. No, you know?
Not at all.
And he's making how much power?
Don't know for sure. It's in the ballpark of 500.
Man,
there's I haven't felt the need to go to a dyno yet because
Right.
the factory tune is, or the tune that came with the kit is perfectly fine.
That is what is like between 500 and 600 horsepower. That's like ideal in most situations, most car situations. Like when you get much more than that, you can't really use that anyways. You think?
No.
700 is like pushing it. It's really fun street car, but you're not using most of that 3/4 of the time.
No. I mean, we haven't hit boost once on this drive so far.
So what made you buy this?
This car?
Yeah.
Well, so I had a Chevy Cobalt before this that was naturally aspirated, and they make a turbo and a supercharged model, and those components just bolt right on. So I bolted both the supercharger and the turbo onto the Chevy Cobalt, which was a terrible idea, and I didn't know what I was doing, and it just
blew up.
No, it didn't blow up. It just wouldn't drive. It would make like 1,000 pounds of boost, and then 0 pounds, and then 1,000. It just was terrible to drive.
Yeah.
And I sold it like that and gave up, and then I just decided I wanted a rear-wheel drive car, and I was looking at Mustangs and almost bought, I'm ashamed to admit this, a V6 convertible.
Woo. That would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, and then someone introduced me to the GTO, and then from there the G8 wasn't that far off, and then I shopped around and flew out to New Jersey to go get one.
Man, I didn't know you went to New Jersey to get
Flew
it.
from Pittsburgh, where I was living at the time, to Newark, New Jersey, and drove it home.
Once we get by this bend up here, you want to do a quick little pull so I can feel it in this side.
Yeah.
Saif doesn't know what the meaning of get some rollers are apparently. Okay. Sometimes there's cops up here.
Oh, did you mean this pen?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Man, that pulls hard.
And there's a corner. And there's a tire.
Man, that's fast. I'm not gonna lie, that's fast.
Yeah, it gets up pretty quick.
Man. Like, I'm pretty impressed with that. And it's super smooth. Like, my Supercharger, I mean, it was smooth, but it was different than that in my Shelby, you know?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't make more noise.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Is it supposed to make more noise?
No. I'm used to the whine of the blower, and these are designed to not whine.
Yeah, kind of stealth mode, I guess, right? That's how your fiance doesn't know you don't have a Supercharger.
Yeah, she better never see this video. That would be bad. We're gonna have to make this private, password protected YouTube video.
Basically, I'm just gonna have to block her so she can't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jared is nice enough to let me take it for a quick spin with him in the car to keep an eye on me.
Sorry for that. You didn't. You lost him.
Yeah, I imagine we lost him. Watch out, lady. We're not in a Mustang, so you're probably okay. So busy over here. You got a lot of stuff going on. Like, what is this thing?
Do cops watch this?
No. Literally nobody watches the channel. You know this.
They're lights of a certain color that they shouldn't be.
Blue?
No.
They're not the ones underneath the car, are they?
Well, yeah, they're the same color as the ones under the car. They're red. See, red.
Oh, they're actually lights.
Yeah, and they flash, and they sort of look like a cop car.
Oh. Okay.
They definitely look like a cop car.
Nice. It's a different feeling. Like, you can hear that sitting over here. You can kind of feel and hear that Supercharger more than you could over there. I couldn't really hear it, but like stepping on the gas a little bit, and I can hear it.
Yeah, it's still not as loud as.
Yes.
Like I've owned supercharged Grand Prix before that just
scream. Right.
Yeah, they're not as fast, but
right.
they certainly make a racket.
Yeah. And that's what, when I had my factory supercharger, things screamed, and I liked it. And then the VMP just didn't make as much noise.
I don't know if it's an aftermarket thing or what. I really don't know.
Yeah. You can, like, the throttle response is so much different than my car.
Yeah, there's no delay really.
Yeah.
It's almost immediate.
And like my car is pretty quick with the new tune on it.
Oh yeah.
But like this feels a lot smoother. I guess because they didn't mess with the transmission at all.
Yeah, I don't know what was tweaked with the transmission because my previous tune had a transmission tune on it. I don't know what's done with the Magnuson model.
All right, I'm going to slow down a little bit and do a quick little pull. Man, it's so smooth. Man.
We barely hit 6 pounds of boost there.
Yeah. It would be really interesting to see this thing on a smaller pulley, with a smaller pulley.
Yeah, but then you get into the realm of fuel pump might not hold it. Engine reliability's starting to go out the window at that point. Like people have run this kit in stock form for thousands of miles afterwards.
Right, with no issues.
People have modded it a little bit, and there's a guy on the G8 boards who has a 1900 and 18 pounds of boost, and it overspun itself, and like the shaft where the pulley in the front hits the belt, you fix what you adjust is a cog in the back. That's how you lower the boost. That broke. That shaft in between broke because he was running at so much higher boost levels.
You have a boost gauge?
Yeah, it's that. It's digital.
So that was like 4 pounds of boost?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what I like about this, like my car, I think some of it feels faster than what it really is because of the shifting, the transmission now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it jerks you every time you shift.
Yeah, it takes out that like torque management thing.
But this is so smooth and just so quick.
Your car is so much louder than mine though. I do have factory mufflers on to keep it quiet.
Yeah. And I have the solos.
Yeah.
But you have headers?
I have everything. There's nothing else restricting it, just the mufflers to keep it quiet. There's no cats, no resonator, long tubes.
What headers do you have?
Hooks, 1 3/4.
Oh, 1 3/4. Those gauges in yourself, the boost gauge, wide.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is like, that's the stock.
That's a reprogrammed Atari gauge.
Yeah. What's all this stuff?
Those are 2 scan gauges that just read like OBD2 readings. It's like miles per gallon, intake air temp, water temp, map pressure, RPMs, ignition timing.
Nice.
All that fun stuff.
Then you got a CB radio.
No, that's a loudspeaker.
Oh.
Like,
So
it's not hooked up anymore, but yeah, it used to, like, it was a police loudspeaker and siren. Like, you could legit clear traffic with it.
I think more Mustangs should come with that, so they don't get hit.
If they were blaring sirens, people would get out of the way for sure.
So, any other mods we should know about?
A lot of suspension stuff.
Yeah. You got a lot of stuff in the rear.
I have UMI tow rods, BMR trailing arms, BMR bushings all in the back, and the diff and the control arms, everything back there, because when I blew my diff, we had to take it all out, so why not just replace them all?
Right.
It has worn out GXP shocks and struts. Those have been on the car for almost as long as I've owned it, so they're on their way out.
What's your plan with that?
Just probably like Caprice PPV shocks and struts put in, or Kona yellows.
Yeah.
That's it really, suspension wise.
But the new tires are for autocross tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're already mounted.
Yeah, they are.
Nice.
Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires.
Like I said, he's a real racer. I have no idea what those tires are, but he does.
They're okay. They're a cheaper alternative.
The best mod you have is Underglow.
Yeah, but it broke because
It already broke?
yeah, didn't you? Yeah, I had to get Kenny to order me another kit. We broke it at autocross. I ran over a cone and I broke one of the tubes.
What?
Yeah.
So you had to buy a whole new set?
Yeah.
That's
I knew that would happen.
So I forgot to mention the best part about Jared's car. Last year, 2017, he went to Ford Nationals in this. He had Ford stickers everywhere. In the Fusion class, right?
Yep. First gen Fusions entered at 08 Ford Fusion. And we won.
Anyone.
Because those Fusions are disgusting to look at and everyone thought this was hilarious and voted for it. And we won.
That's gotta be the funniest thing. I seriously didn't believe him at first when he told me. Because I was like, no way did that happen. But it happened.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Get the trophy to prove it, so.
Right.
I do that. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere.
Yeah, I'd hang that thing on my wall. I want one.
Yeah, I have the dash plaque in the car and the Ford wheels still on it, but yeah, I don't know where that first is.
So, if you like this review, hit that like button. We are the best, in your opinion.
Not interested in that.
Right. So, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates coming on the over 1,000 horsepower Shelby GT500. And remember, we got one rule on this channel. You know what it is?
Bring it.
Yeah, if you got a fast car, you better bring it. Thanks for watching, guys.